5 tips on dating confidence. I want to share a view that I've learned from my mistakes, my experience in dating that have ultimately led me to a place of a beautiful relationship and improving myself over time. So stay around for this episode for me to share these tips with you today.
Disclaimer. Any of the guidance offered by the podcast host, myself, or the podcast guests is our own guidance. We are not liable for any of the actions the podcast listener decides to do.
Welcome back to the podcast. So glad you're joining me today. So, my dating life has been a challenge for a lot of my life. Now, I'm in a beautiful relationship now that I'm very blessed to be in. But I know a lot of people struggle with this, and I wanted to talk about this because I also believe, and I've experienced it, there's a lot of shit dating advice out. I'm just going to call it out. Shitty, false, fake advice that's like, look this way, say this word, and then they'll like you. You say this line, then you show no interest. And it's just like false bullshit. And we live in a world there's a lot of fake stuff. That's why I've come off social media for a bit. But when you can be real and really embed who you are, I personally found that is the best way. Now, that's not the only thing I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you 5 tips today. But I just wanted to talk about this because men are given lots of advice from these guys who say, this is how you attract a woman. Now, yeah, if you want to behave like a little boy, play tricks and maybe get some woman who's a scared little girl inside, yeah, or immature, yeah, that might work. But if you want like someone who owns themselves, they got high self-love, then you need to start acting like an adult and loving who you are and coming from that place. There's a lot of children in grown-up bodies running around out there. And that's something I've learned. I had to work for it myself. I was definitely behaving like a boy many times. And he can show up now and then, right, in dating. And I also say this, like, if you want to attract what I've learned is if you want to attract an ideal partner, you have to sort your stuff out. And I've had to do a lot of work on myself, and I still do. I still find, like, my girlfriend now, I still find like, right, there is a challenge here, like in my life that I found. I'm like, I need to work on that so I can be a better man. So I'm always working and improving. But if you're like someone let's use an example. Say you're a woman and you're like, I want to attract a man who's got a great body, he has a great career, earns a lot of money, can look after me, he's kind, he's sweet, he's very courageous, all those kind of things. And you're someone who doesn't exercise, you don't eat, you're lazy in your job and you want to get out of it and you don't really do much. There's no way on earth you're going to attract that kind of man, right? If we're talking like woman to man, heterosexual relationship, it could apply in anything though. Whatever gender, whatever sexuality you identify as, right? Now, I just want to say that because I used to be like, I want a woman who's got all her stuff together and like we're also working ourselves, but like she's beautiful, does work on herself. And it's like, I was going out getting hammered every weekend. It's like, how am I going to attract that kind of work? So and you see this a lot, like people with like wounds and like, I want to attract this partner and they keep attracting chaos. No wonder, right? So,
Hey, just a quick pause in this episode just to mention something. I want to thank you for being here, for really wanting to work on your self-esteem and your confidence. It means a lot to me that you're listening to my show to really work on that. And I want to give you some more guidance and more support. So whether you're looking to build your self-esteem and your confidence in your personal or professional life, or maybe both, you can find some resources and links in the show notes below. So just click on those resources and I'd love to hear what you think of those. Now, let's get you back to the show.
You got to be doing stuff on yourself, and that's why I want to give you these guidance, right, of things that have really helped me, like work through dating challenges. I've been in a place of like, I feel hopeless, I'm this ultimate people pleaser, I'm trying to please, to a place where I like really love who I am and I'm able to have good, honest conversations and with people in life, and yeah, I'll be with an awesome girlfriend now. So here are 5 points I want to share with you. Number 1, get clarity. Now, you don't have to write down like the exact height and eye colour and how far a nose is from a mouth and that kind of thing. But I mean, get general, or a him, or whatever you're after. But like, get clarity on what you want. What are the physical attributes? Because be honest and be okay. Like for me, I'll just be honest. Like I want a girl who's in shape. Don't need to be like a model. You don't need to be perfect. No, right? But the kind of girl I knew I wanted was not someone who ate junk food all day and was like pounds and pounds and pounds overweight, right? But also, I want like there's certain physical things I looked for in a girl, right? And that's okay. Like you need to be clear on what you want. Don't be too specific that it's so picky, but know what you want. But also the personality. What kind of energy do you want in someone? Like, do you want them to be courageous, loyal, fun, maybe a little bit cheeky? What is it you want in the person? And it's really key to get that clarity, first of all, number one. Number two, release the illusion of control on the outcome happening and focus on celebrating the action. When I used to be from a place of like, right, I'm dating this girl and it's got to work out. It'll have to work out. Oh my God, I feel like it's not working out. Oh my God, I felt out of control. There's no such thing, right? You cannot control anyone or anything in life, only yourself. So release the illusion of control. Is a great phrase I learned from one of my teachers. And start celebrating the action. You go on a date and it's not great. You celebrate the fact you went on a date, you got out there. Amazing. You went to a social event, you felt like you didn't meet as many people as you thought you would or connect with people. You celebrate that you went to that. Right? So celebrate the action and release the illusion of control of something happening because you got no control over that. Celebrate the action because when you celebrate yourself, you want to do more of it. Number three, find communities of similar interests, right? For me, that's how I met my girlfriend now. In the past, I've definitely resonated and gotten a lot better and it's progressed a lot better with girls I've not met on a dating app. That's just me. But like when I've been in communities and stuff like that, I connect with people because we've got similar interests, right? So find yourself, your interests, and find communities, places you can go, because the more you do that, the more likely you are to meet people. But don't go out with the intention like, right, I joined this community, I've got to meet the love of my life in my first meeting, because that just create a needy kind of energy. So you don't want to do that, but just have fun with it. Number four, schedule self-love. Schedule the inner workout, the inner work, the mental workout, because if you don't love yourself, no one else can love you as much. It can be a struggle, right? So make sure you're doing that inner work, because when you feel good about you, regardless of anyone loving you, then you're going to have such more of an attractive energy. So make sure you get even like just 20 minutes a day in the morning. I like to do a somatic kind of practice where I move around, work with my breath, maybe connect with the inner child. I like to journal what I'm focusing on. When I think a negative thought, which, I'm human, so it's going to happen, I like to write it out and understand it a little bit. So scheduling in that self-love is really, really essential. So make sure you're doing that. Number five, find your style of dating. What is it for you? Maybe some people love dating apps and have fun on it and they're like not attached to swiping, but they just like going out and meeting people. Fantastic. Not me. I don't like dating apps. If I was ever single again, I'm not going on a dating app, right? But or you might be someone like me who likes to go into new groups, into new networks, meet people and just see and do that kind of thing. Or you could say to your friends, could you introduce me to someone? Do you know anyone? That kind of thing. Right? So find your style of dating. Now, I know online dating is very popular. Maybe it's a website rather than an app, but it's up to you. What is your favorite style of dating? Find what's fun for you. So those are my points on 5 tips on dating confidence. So what we talked about was getting clarity, number 1. Number 2, releasing the illusion of control and celebrating action. Number 3, finding communities where your interests are. Number 4, scheduling in self-love, training that like you would at the gym. And then number 5, find your style of dating. What is it for you that's going to make you feel good? These are the things that have really helped me in my dating life and progressed it from struggle to a place in a beautiful relationship. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you for being here. And remember to lead with your heart, not with fear.
Thank you so much for listening today. It means the world to me. And I really want to add value to you to help you boost your self-esteem, your confidence, your trust inside yourself to move forward. And I have some more for you. So if you go into the show notes below this episode, you can find some more resources for your personal or your professional life. So if you want to boost your self-esteem and confidence in your personal and or professional life, you can find those resources linked below this episode in the show notes. Once again, thank you for being here.